So, welcome back to the fourth episode of the RNS Series. Today, we are going to talk about some of the other concepts to beat the more meta coverage combos that we tend to see online. So, there will be no IRL play diagrams in this one. And then I'm also going to show you guys how you can quickly switch between each of our core three formations. So, our core three formations are going to be trips out of gun, trips halfback weak out of gun, and then trips open out of pistol. So set your audibles in each of these three formations, so we could pretty much have access to all of the different plays in the playbook, basically, because all of these formations are super similar, same alignment. So it's literally just going to be the running back motioning to wherever you need him to be. So for example, let's say I wanted to come out in this and I wanted all of my run and shoot plays. So I would recommend doing something like this, and then out of trips, we can say this is where most of our run plays are going to be. So we could put like read option. I wouldn't put double out. And then trips halfback weak. I like to have bubble screen in either trips halfback weak or trips. And I'm going to show you guys why in a second. So the goal here is pretty much you just don't want any repeat plays. Or you can't keep the repeat plays, but this is just to show you that you're going to have access to the four audibles out of each of the three formations, plus whatever base play you come out in. So I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to show you guys how right now we're in trips, halfback weak. Of course, we can just audible over one click to the left, and now we're in just gun trips. And then, of course, on top of that, we have gun trips open. Make sure you don't click pistol trips left because that'll flip the play. So pistol trips open, and of course the running back just moves behind. So now that we have that out of the way, I'm not going to be audibling in practice mode. That was just to give you guys the concept. But the first like tenet you kind of have to do is make them respect your three on the outside. So if you ever see 2 over 3 on the right, this is real football. If you ever see 2 over 3 on the right, now route, throw the bubble. Make it happen. So it doesn't matter what they come out in. Man zone, if you see 2 over 3, just throw the bubble. Just throw the bubble. You get solid blocking, solid catch animation, get busy, go to work. So now jumping into the actual play concepts, I'm going to show you guys how to get behind those 30-yard like cloud flats. So when it comes to this, we're going to come out in gun trips. Of course, you could audible to this. Keep one of these in your play call. So yeah, just to show you guys, I got the meta setup, the meta Mabel, so 30 flats, and then 30 curl flats. So let's say I came out and covered or Tampa 2 here. We want to smart route Randall Cobb, streak here. Of course, we know what the flood is. And I really either like the zig setup if they're throwing in man, or you can kind of do the double drags. Which is good against man and zone. So after you smart route, if you pass lead straight up, basically straight up into the sideline, kind of like a 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock type pass lead, you can get behind those 30s. So just to show again, pass lead up, get behind those 30s. So then building off of that play, I really like curl flat corner too, because you're going to see a lot of times your opponent, they might start just manning up Cobb. So on the previous play, we had Cobb running the corner route. So now we can kind of easily just swap that. And this is, of course, if you're using a non-high route master quarterback. It's kind of a little bit tougher with this throw to get behind the 30s. But it is possible at times, but I wouldn't recommend it. But this is more so if they start kind of getting a little exotic with their coverage. So let's say they maybe they're doing something like this. They're like, oops, sorry. Let's say they're doing something like this. They're like, hey, he keeps on hitting me on that corner route. I'm just going to man my corner up. You can kind of get busy elsewhere. So here's the setup, something like this. And then, of course, Garrett Wilson. So I'm just kind of showing you thought processes at different setups and how you can play that cat and mouse game with your opponent. And then, of course, we also have slot corner, which kind of gives you that more shallow corner route. And the beauty is you can smart route all of these. So you can make them super deep, or you can keep them like that. But I love slot corner. It gets pretty deep. You can Mabel. So yeah. So play around with these plays with these different corner routes. That's what I will say. Jumping over to the next play that beats literally every single zone, curl flat wheel. So we have curl flat wheel out of gun trips, and I don't think it's in here. You can kind of do a similar concept. Yeah, so we have curl flat wheel out of gun trips, and then we also have curl flat wheel out of trips open. So same exact setup it'll be, but let's say they're coming out in a cover three. The setup for curl flat wheel I like to run is streak that guy. So the streak wheel combo. If you don't know, now you know. Word to Biggie, all right? And kind of easily fit that in. I like to pass lead down. Against cover three, it's a little bit of a tighter throw. But as you can see, we are Mabeling on the defense. Doing something like this. And then the user will be somewhere here. So we want to give him some eye candy in the middle. So anything doesn't really matter. Our main read is on the outside. The only way they're going to stop this is if they are manning up Randall Cobb, which we just showed you. We can play that cat and mouse game. We can figure out a way to get somebody open. But yeah, overall, that is going to be my favorite like two setups. So I love that curl flat corner, and then I love that curl flat wheel, and then the PA deep in lets you get behind those deep 30s with a corner route. So PA deep in setup I like something like this. Drags and posts and corners. That is Madden 23. Or what am I saying? That is Madden 24. That's Madden every year. If you just figure out how to get those at different depths, you're gonna win the game. So you just make the proper read, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with this offense because it's gonna frustrate people. They don't know people who actually know how to play football. Like they're not used to that. They're used to everybody running gun bunch. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm a bunch demon too, but at this life cycle of the year, I like to kind of switch it up and get different. So if you stayed this far, definitely like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys for watching. I will probably have a couple of more. Just probably touching on the runs of the Run and Shoot playbook. But this is the last main passing video of this series. So thanks again, guys.